Okay, I'm going to show you how to put together a ball 2. This is the one that I got. I have the Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. That's the one that I bought. And so, the only criticism anybody ever gives about this is they don't like the way that to use the tools. It's kind of unquestionably the suction power king. And so, we just had a ball. I had the very first generation ball from about 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I'd say, maybe 18, 19, it's been a good long while. And it finally died, really the beater just died. The vacuum still works, but I got this one for $299 through Amazon. These are just the parts laying out, so I'm going to show how to put it together, and then I'm going to go ahead and try it. You can see the floor is a little messy here because our vacuum broke last week. So here it goes. We've got the instructions taped or rubber banded to the outside of the canister there. Okay, so it has a full box on the back of it here. I'm going to go ahead and take the canister off first. You just click this button here to push it, get that off typically. There's a, yep, that takes it off like the old one. Let's go ahead and take this piece of foam off of it. I guess this is just for packing. There's a rubber band that had the instructions on it, which really weren't really instructions. It was just instructions for use, but not assembly. You've got some instructions on the back of this side. I guess take the filter out and wash it. So you do have to wash the filters every month on this. It recommends. There's a filter in there. There's also this time a filter inside the ball, which is way different than it used to be. So that's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and get this little box off here. And there's some tape there on that. I'm going to see what's, is the box just a spacer? I guess the box, there's nothing in it, so that's just for shipping, I guess. Okay. Also, I wouldn't unwrap this yet until we get the thing assembled with the arms and stuff on it, because that's what this rolls up onto. So I'm going to go ahead and put the canister back on. Just snaps in place real easy. Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and say that the last one I had is, gosh, it's almost 20 years old, I would say, something like that. And we made it through a golden retriever and a pug and all kind. I mean, I've used it out in the garage. I've really given it a working over. So it looks like this little thing on the back here will slide, and of course that's naturally it would, because when the ball rotates, this is going to go from side to side. So this is a little housing where this plugs into this. So I'm going to kind of, for a moment, just lay this back like so. And you can see where this goes. This has to plug into that right there. And then this thing here fits down into this hole right here. Let's see, it does look like it has little snap releases here. Just trying to see what it does. Oh, I see. So this somehow or another, when you go to undo it, I guess it does this way, right? You just pull those down, maybe. Let's see if it'll go on without us having to do anything to that. I'll just line up the power housing there and the hole. Looks like it snaps right on, doesn't it? So I am curious, just from a pure point of view of how do you take it off. I'm thinking you'd have to pull on these little things right here. Can you see that, Nikki? Looks like you have to pull that. Oh, and it just pulls right out, doesn't it? It's just a little, and then you would pull it off like that. So that really disassembles pretty easily. So I'm going to leave that off for a second. That piece of plastic is pretty important then. That's what holds everything on there. Looks like we're on. I'll put the piece of plastic back on. Make sure I do it right. And there we go. That holds it. It's not going to come off now. That's a pretty cool design, isn't it? No tools required. This, a lot of people fuss about this. They say it's too stiff or whatever. I really got to a point where I liked mine a lot. It stretches way out. That's your, and so that's your tools will go in there, and I'll demo how that works here in a minute. So then your next step is to take this handle, and we're going to snap it on the top like this. You put it this way so that this is facing that direction. There's a little release button on the inside of this for how you take the handle off. If you ever need to take the handle off, you just press that right there. Show
Let's take a look.
But the handle will just slip on. I'll let Nikki show you how easy it does. It just goes on just like this right here. Into place. And then according to them, your next step is to put this down in there. We know this goes on the back because this is our little wrap thing that the wrap goes around, that this cord goes around. So I'm going to lift this up. That allows this to go straight down through. I'm going to have to push this little button right here to make sure that the pipe goes down in there, right? And that slides into place. It looks pretty cool right there. It's in place. You can close this up here now. And I guess basically we're done. So there wasn't that much to assemble in that. It took absolutely no tools.
Show where the...
Yeah, there goes that, and here's where you wrap on the bottom.
We'll go ahead and wrap it.
I'll wrap it. We'll wrap it, then we'll unwrap it, and we'll test it. They come with really long cords, which is really kind of cool. But it's fairly lightweight. It's not something that's gonna. And once the kinks work out of this, it wraps up real easy too. So this will straighten. It'll get out of that curly Q type situation pretty quickly. One or two times out vacuuming, it won't curl up. Now this one is, I would say, a third again smaller than the original ball that I bought. And
go get the other one.
Yeah, I will go get the other one.
Let them see that. Wow.
Yeah, so you can see here, if you look at these side by side, Nikki, look, we'll turn it here. This is an original one. This is the first year they came out, whatever year that was. This is way bigger. It's way bulkier. This one, and there's nothing wrong with it. I had almost 20 years. There's nothing wrong with it except this part up here has finally died. I can probably still order another front part for this, and this would still be a good vacuum cleaner. I might use it out in the shop. But this one is so much lighter. Wow. I'd say it's 3 or 4 pounds lighter than this old one. And that is crazy. So look at that. You don't know, on the old one, to get this to happen to engage, you had to step on this little piece of plastic here, and then it would unhook when you pull it up, and it would fall back down in place. Looks like anymore it just automatically does it. That is very cool. So I like that feature already. Looks like they're about the same height. Maybe this one's a couple inches taller, isn't it? So yeah, this is the history, this is the future. I've read all the reviews. We'll see if it stands up to what this one does. This one was just a great machine. I've enjoyed having that one over the years. The only thing we've not talked about are the attachments. And so, yeah, we got a demo, I guess, how these things pick up. It looks like that's kind of neat. They may have given me one of those with the old one. It's been forever since I've seen it though. Well, that's kind of neat. Look, this pulls back and it kind of stays out of the way. You push the button down, and then that goes on there if you want to.
That's kind of cool.
All right, let's see if it'll stay. Does it lock? There we go. It locks right there. You also got a little tiny thing like that. I'm not sure what. Now, ladies might know better how to use that and when to use that.
Or guys.
Because
guess what? Tony does all the vacuuming.
I do all the vacuuming, that's true. Okay.
I never vacuum. I never even think about vacuuming.
I see vacuuming as sort of like yard work. It's sort of like the yard work for the inside of the house.
It would probably never get vacuumed if it was me.
Alright.
I just don't think about it.
So I'm gonna disengage this. We're gonna do some straight.
We got some stuff over there by the door where we put our shoes.
Yeah, so this is multi-floor, and I don't know if you have to do a different setting on it, if it just automatically knows to go to a different. I go and say it automatically knows, I'm gonna guess, but we'll find out.
Yeah, we've got some grime over there where we lay our shoes.
And it's got a floor selector here. Show this, Nikki. So I guess to turn the beater on, you have to push that button. Look, it shows a little beater. But we'll find out. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So right now, I think this is the beater mode. Oh, look at that. It's pretty good. Here's some little crap over here on the floor until it gets out. like way smoother and easier than the old vacuum was. Nico in. We have some spots on the floor here. This couple got a coat for years. That's picking up anything that's loose.
Okay.
So you turn it off by doing that. Let's go ahead and unwind a little bit here. I'll show you how the attachments work. Now, I'm going to see if this is similar to the old one. To get the attachments and make those work, you pull this thing up. And then on the other one, there's a catch on it. So I'm going to guess, like again, I've not read the, there has to be a release. Or it looks like it automatically releases. You push this button to get this out. And then it looks like you just reverse this, right? Looks like where that notch is there fits right in here. Let's see, now I'm totally wrong. It goes this way, doesn't it? Let's see. Yep. That fits in there, looks like. And then I guess our attachments fit on the end of this. So let's try this one.
That's it.
Yeah, check it out. And so now then, if you want to get really close into the corners or whatever, I'm going to pull this out from the wall. Near the feeder bar, there's a lot of little mess in there we can go ahead and demo. So to do this, I'm going to hit the, oh wow. Okay, I gotta say, it actually kicks back when it sucks so hard that it makes it jump back in your hand. I'm just gonna let my hand relax and watch what happens here. So then to take it apart, you're going to do the same thing in reverse, push the buttons, take stuff off. I'm quite impressed with this. I got to say, 20 years of design has made the Dyson Multi-Floor 2 ball really cool. I will do a subsequent video, follow-up video that shows how to change out their filters or actually wash the filters, since you're supposed to change the filters every month. Not change them, but actually wash them and dry them. Also, I wanted to show the result. I've not emptied this yet, but this is just from vacuuming around in the house. I'm getting no smells or anything, nothing weird. The filters are keeping the air clean as it comes out the backside. I should pull this thing off, I guess. But at any rate, that is what you got. Now, you know, to release this, you're going to take this out to where your garbage is, and you're going to push this button. I'm not going to do it in the house. It's a pop open. But it shows you how to do it too here, I think, probably. But you just push that, and then this canister comes off, and you just empty it out. And then this all goes back together, and you clip it. You flip back onto your. But that's how much.
That's a lot of grime.
That's a lot of dog hair,
puppy hair,
and dirt and stuff that we had on. That's like after a week, about what 7 or 8 days of not having a vacuum.
Yeah, because we have to vacuum often.
So peace to all who watch. Subscribe to the channel if you like. Thank you.